G'day YouTube. So in the last week, I've had people hit me up, new people in my life, and others, and they've asked me, what is this moral corruption that I talk about? Right. It's a thing that went through the UK, yeah, Great Britain. It went through all of their police forces, their whole country. It's similar to the Royal Commission, right? So what it is this. Do you know what the term drop bong is? Let me explain. If I was morally corrupt, right, as a police officer, and I knew, but I couldn't prove that you sold drugs and had drugs, but I had no grounds to search you, well, this is where the drop bong comes into play. I'd get a can of Coke, wouldn't I? Or a bottle of Coke. Not that I ever did this, people. I am telling you a practice that went on, and probably still to this day. Now, I'm pro-police. You don't like that? Well, scroll off or don't watch. It's a magic button somewhere on your screen. No one's forcing you. They get the bottle or the can and they'll make it look like a smoking implement. So for the cost of, say, less than $5, you drop that item in the location, in the car or the house. Now remember, people, this police officer is an honest man, a good man. And in his mindset, he believes he's doing the right thing. He's probably dealt with this individual several times. He's dealt with several victims. So he's coming from a moral place. So he's dropping the can or the bottle in the car or the house or nearby. What that does, people, is gives him the grounds to use legislation. It's called the Misuse of Drugs Act. It's a very, very powerful bit of legislation, people, in the state of Western Australia. That will then allow him to search anywhere, pretty much. Your person, detain persons in the house, the car, search anyone in the car, anywhere he wants. You understand? Now, I'm a cop of 19 years. I'm telling you that practice went on. I never partaked in it. If I did, I don't think I'd be coming on YouTube and telling everyone, yeah? So that's an example of moral corruption. Now, people might argue, well, he found drugs. There might well be drugs, weapons, unlicensed firearms. They might be anything in that car. And he might get a very, very good result and take a criminal off the street, yeah? However, it's a slippery slope, isn't it? Because what he's done is moral corruption. So this went through the UK police forces, yeah? It's massive. It's yet to come to Australia police. It's yet to come to Western Australia. And I'm telling you, as a cop of 19 years, it desperately needs to be some sort of reform in the agency. I'll give an example of what happened to me. This is just one of hundreds and hundreds of little things, but this one stands out. So I was falsely accused of criminal charges. So I was put on bail. Very, very strict conditions, right? So if I breach bail, I will go to a place called the Perth Watch House jail, if you're watching from America. I'll then be remanded in prison. So not sentenced to prison. Sentence is your punishment. Remand is where they hold you to make sure you don't breach your bail again, yeah? So I've got a trial in 12 months, say 8 months from that time, for 12 criminal charges, yeah? Now bear in mind, I went to court, got found not guilty by a landslide. There was no technicalities, people. So 8 months out before the trial, I'm on bail. So if I breach bail, I get remanded in prison, yeah? Now, I was still a serving member with the WA Police. I had a It's called a welfare officer or a contact person. You become the black sheep. You get isolated. Yeah? Stood down. Which I understand. There's no complaints with that process. It does make sense. So my sergeant, my supervisor, was designated my welfare officer, my contact person, yeah? Absolute gentleman. I've never heard him swear. Very professional. I couldn't rate him highly enough. Anyway, randomly, I get a phone call from him 8 months before the trial. Remember, I'm on bail. I can't be in any contact with the alleged victim. I can't be anywhere near the alleged victim's house. I can't do a lot of things, right? I get a phone call from my welfare officer, my sergeant. He says, Frank, I have been with you from the beginning. I know you're innocent. I know you haven't done it because I know you. And I trust you, Frank. You're too honest for your own good. Goes, mate, I can't. And then he started swearing down the phone, which made my ears prick up. Now, bearing in mind, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to repeat it because I got a point here. 8 months before the trial, I'm on bail. He said, Sergeant Jill Willis has seen you outside the address. You've breached your bail, you idiot. Why? Why would you do that? You're breaching your bail. You've literally got the matter of hours before they come to your apartment front door and arrest you for breaching your bail. You were seen yesterday. Sergeant Sarah Clark is in the process of starting the case file and putting on the incident report. What? What? You've breached your bail, Frank. You're going to prison, mate. That's not a threat. That's just how the process works. So I would have been arrested and taken to prison on remand. Because a police sergeant, Jill Willis, had seen me with her own eyes. Had seen the car that I'm in now. I've got a very distinct rego plate, by the way. So she's seen me. And she was doing up a statement. That individual, Jill Willis, lived around the corner from the house that I got removed from. My house. I was paying the mortgage on it. Where the alleged victim stayed. She literally lived 200 meters down the road, yeah. I knew her for like, at that point, over 6-7 years. Worked with her. I'm not going to comment on her integrity or her personality. You know her, you know her. So she's made the accusation she's seen me, yeah. And the sergeant who was going to take the report, she was at my wedding. Who would have thought a gym membership with Snap Fitness would save you from going to prison on remand for 8 months before the trial? Who would have thought going to Borragoon and getting your prescription glasses would save you for getting remanded in prison? Now, it sounds all fun and games. This is what we call moral corruption, yeah? It's not like an individual that didn't know me. I drive a very distinct car with a very distinct rego plate. And these people are prepared to lie and put accusations in paper. Because remember, people, in their eyes, I'm an evil, bad man. I'm the dangerous one. I'm the crazy one. So they're coming from a moral obligation to protect the alleged victim. Do you get it? The reason moral corruption is so dangerous is because, and in my case, what if you're wrong? What if the officer has got the wrong end of the stick? It's a slippery slope. Now, needless to say, thank you, Snap Jim in Midland, by the way. And don't forget, I don't ever say anything if I don't have receipts, yeah? Because I'm fully prepared to back it up if ever challenged. If I just lie once or misguide people once, everything I've endured and been through was for nothing. Do you understand? So if I've done something wrong, I'll put my hand up. Yeah. So obviously, I've sent the email from Snap Jim, CC footage, the timestamp I've swiped in. I'm down in Borrogeen, so it's physically impossible for my car or me to be there. Now you're thinking, everyone, if you've got an investigator's brain, yeah, but they check your phone, like your location, they check the cap. No, they won't. That's not in their interest. That's not in their interest. That's in my interest. I'd have to get a lawyer, then try and get that subpoenaed, summoned. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars, people. It's like $400 for an email. There is no police union, and I'll go into that another day. And I'm a big fan of the police union, yeah, but they didn't help me, and that's another story for another day. Not a sook, people. I survived it. I'm thriving. I'm doing very well. I survived it. I'm not having a sook. I'm having a cappuccino from McDonald's with an extra shot. I did arms last night. Anyway, I'm having chicken nuggets. Guys, just go on YouTube and look at the moral corruption, yeah? So my point is, I've survived it. I'm pro-police. We need them. I was one. But if the agency can't get it together, then there's a lack of trust in the community, yeah? Now you've got guys like me out and about who are speaking. I know a lot of ex-cops out and about who are a bit timid to speak up. But I think without very, very little effort, and I mean very, very little effort, I could collect so many names and so many stories. And it's not about punishment, revenge, none of that crap. It's about doing what's right. Integrity, professionalism. Yeah? Anyway, I drink coffee. There's your video for today. Merry Christmas. Jesus Christ loves you. Brush your teeth. See you guys.